We're going to talk about the double kettlebell swing today. This will be the last part of the kettlebell swing tutorial series we've done. Alright, if you followed the series so far, there's 5 videos been done. You've covered everything from the basic swing, single arm swings, the hard and soft styles, and walking kettlebell swings. Now, you add a second kettlebell to the equation, the intensity goes through the roof. Alright? It's not just double the weight with the 2 bells, but it's 2 implements swinging independently of each other. Now, we're going to go through 3 variations. The inside the leg variation, the outside the leg, and also the alternating outside, which I don't think I've ever seen anybody else doing yet. We'll explain a little bit about them as we go. With the double kettlebells, obviously they're wider, so your stance needs to be that little bit wider. Okay, the last thing you want is them bells hitting into your legs. I've been there, I've done it. I'm telling you now, it ain't nice. Alright? With the swing, as a training drill, it's not as a conditioning drill, you can play around with it. As a precursor to your other lifts, as in the clean, the snatch, we generally will take a thumb forward grip on the double swing, because that makes the clean that little bit easier. Okay? So here, this being the clean. Okay? Keep that thumb forward grip, makes it a little bit easier. We generally don't rotate them too much. If you rotate them, you do have to go a little bit wider. It does pull you through a little bit more. It's not that you can't do it. It's up to yourself, play around, and we'll work with you. Okay? So we'll show you both with the hands rotating and with the hands forward. Okay? So hands forward first. Very important that you do keep it straight back. If you've got to the stage where you're doing double kettlebell swings, your form should be bang on anyway. Alright? So let's work on keeping a neutral spine, including the neck. Alright, so your gaze is slightly forward, slightly down. Okay? Everything in neutral. You don't want to be craning the neck in this position here. Okay? So, double swing, thumbs forward. Easy as that. Now finally the hands rotate. It just changes slightly, change places the load on the shoulder, on the bicep a little bit differently, and it'll allow a deeper backswing. It looks a bit like this. Play around with the 2 of them. Find which one suits you better. Okay? Both have merit. Thumbs forward. And rotate. That's the inside of the leg swing. Alright? Again, make sure the core, the back, everything's fully engaged, alright? When you're learning this, stay light. Keep the reps nice and low. As you progress, you can build up the reps and build up the weight. But when you learn it, please stay nice and light. Outside the leg. That's my favourite double kettlebell swing. As the bells swing back, when your arms come in line with the body, you sit right back. Power the head through, bells come on. Boom. Alright? You don't want the arms going into hyperextension. When they come back level with the body, that's when you sit back. Just as I would here. Okay? It's the same here. With the double outside, you want a narrow stance. You want to go at hip width. If you're any wider, the bells are going to be hitting your knees. You're going to be doing all this business to avoid the bells hitting your knees, alright? Again, I'll give you a front and side view so you can have a look. Now, suit my shoulder very well. Alright? A thumb forward, I think, is a little better, and I encourage more people to do it. And again, when you do go into your clean and jerk, if you get into the sports side with the kettlebell lifting, the thumb forward grip makes you much more efficient and clean. So, nice to get used to it here. Okay, so you see how the arms are never taken into hyperextension. They come level with the body, then you sit. There's an awful lot of load going through the traps on this. The next day, your upper back will be a hurting unit. Okay, so front view. Some of the guys prefer this. I prefer the thumb up. That's a minor adjustment. You can play with that however you like, but it's important that you're in this position at the back of the swing. Stand nice and tall. You'll notice as you stand up tall, there will be quite a lean back to kind of balance that weight. That's cool. Alright? The alternating swing. Now, I got this from Vasily Junko. Never seen anybody else do it, never seen anybody else teaching it. It's a phenomenal exercise for the trunk, particularly rotational strength and counter rotation. Alright? Which, if you think about it, most sports involve rotating in some manner through the hips, through the waist. In here, we're dealing with martial artists, and of course you're punching, you're kicking. It's all about rotating the hips and waist. This is a drill that will certainly help in that regard. We don't do a lot of it, we don't do it very often, but it's something we occasionally add in to fighters' programs as and when they have the skill with the kettlebells. Again, I'll show you from the side view, but in this, the bells will be swinging in an alternating fashion. That means you can't use the big hip action. Here, you have to rely on rotation through the waist. Now, when they hit end range, they're going to want to pull you and twist you into end range, which, you know, that's not healthy. You don't want to be twisting, particularly the lumbar spine, to its full extreme, especially under load. Alright? So you're looking to generate a force to propel the bells up, and also the ability to decelerate at the end of the motion before you change the direction. Alright? It's a very powerful core training exercise. It's probably worth a video on its own. We shouldn't be doing it in these three. We might film that later. Okay, so from here, it takes a minute or so to get going. Again, you want a relatively narrow stance, technique, same as you would on the double outside swing. Okay, and from there, and down. Okay, the whole body is being dragged into rotation there. You're having to work to really resist that. There's an awful lot of power from the midsection. We'll show you to the front. So you get an idea again. Getting them going is a bit of a challenge. You will use your legs. Once they're moving, okay? So they have three variations on double kettlebell swinging. They all have their merit, they all have their use. Play around with them before you add them to your program. Find out how they affect you. Make sure you get the skill and technique down first. And work out how they would integrate into your program to get the results that you want first, okay? If you're doing mostly kettlebell sport, the double swing will mostly be done inside the legs, okay? I personally prefer it, and I use most of my guys the double outside. Partly because one or two of my lads, including myself, you know, low back injuries from, you know, training when we were younger, we didn't know any better. You know, I have a misaligned SI joint. One of my boys has a misaligned SI joint. Constant wide stance loading, it aggravates those injuries. You find the narrow stance just works out a little bit better. Plus, it's a more athletic sort of position. Rather than this, the double, you know, not so much. Not so much. Be like this. The alternating, that's a core exercise you throw in, you know, that will help you with all your fighting applications. Throwing, hitting, punching, kicking, all that kind of stuff. Alright, that's the double kettlebell swing.